me help you with your vision, they losing their sight here. Time to send the world a message they might hear. Like Meek Mills, I'm making it quite clear. I'm chasing my dreams and fighting my nightmares. I'm going real hard, I'm talking words you understand, I'm talking real bars. I'm going everywhere, you know I'm talking real far. Yeah, it's time to raise a toast to this thing to the love the most. As I go from coast to coast, I'm talking north side, I'm talking south side, I'm talking east side, I'm talking west side. I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide. Yeah, it's time to let you know how I spit it when I flow. When I go and light a fuse and I set to let it blow. I'm talking worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide. Yeah, time to check my status and the GOAT is what it be. And you know I'm over 30, so my level is a G. And I may be from the hood, but I'm way beyond these streets. And my pockets hate a diet, so they always down to eat. Even though they screaming fame, and it's always spelling me. And I'll never hang it up till my mission is complete. And I'm looking at you haters, I suggest you take a seat. Cause it's all funny games to a killer show his teeth. This is for them cats that be screaming homies. Claiming that you real, but we know you're phony. Now I'm chilling with my sons, they my one and only. Like the Turner brothers, yeah, we screaming lions only. Step into this den, I welcome all who will dare. Never met a David, tell me whom shall I fear? Gotta rep the nation, black and gold is what I wear. If you look to your left, to your right, I'm everywhere. I'm talking worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide. Yeah.
Here at White Oak Bowl, we are covering a match between McKeesport and Woodland Hills. Girls and boys will be covering today. Right now, the game is a bit in, but not too far, so you'll be here to see a good amount of it. We are still within the first. Right now, we have the girls for Woodland Hills. First, you saw just Mackenzie, the one-troop army, and now it's the fantastic duo, as it's Mackenzie and Amira covering for Woodland Hills girls varsity bowling. And right now we have a full stack with the boys, with Andrew, Zach, Mike, Dylan, Tyler, all here, as well as... Oh, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Okay, so yeah, that is correct. And over for McKeesport, we have Joey, Graham, Brandy, Tyler, Nick, and Landon. Should be a fantastic game. All right, so right now we're just gonna take a look at the girls and see what they have going on here. Right now it is Alexandra from McKeesport. A fantastic bowl, all but the 10 pin is standing. Right now, it looks like Mackenzie is going to take the helm here to get this spare in. As you've seen the last time, she's pretty good with these spares. Right now, there's no strikes for either team. Oh, actually, I take that back. It seems Sarah had a lucky start. And that is a blow, unfortunately, for Amira. Going over to the boys. We have McKeesport up here, taking their lane. Alexander has a what is known as a demon split. And it can be quite a hard one to take care of. It's not as hard as the infamous 7 and 10 pin, but it's still quite a challenge. Andrew is quite proficient at getting these spares, though. One pin down. Coming up next, it's Joey from McKeesport. He's getting a good grip on his ball. His eyes are on the prize. It looks like it's ooh, not quite where you wanted it. You got 2 pins down. Look like you got a jersey there for a second. All right. Right now we have Andre heading over to the girls. Okay. McKeesport girls. We have Sarah coming up here. Eyes are focused. She's lining up. Ball going right. Coming back in, and all but 4 pins. 6 down. She's a good chance of making a spare here. It's unclear right now. Wait 1 second. Let me just get myself in a better vantage point. Okay, there we go. Sometimes you gotta stand up. All right. She's going again to get this spare here. She has a pretty good chance. 6 down previously. And all but 1 down, the 10 pin. Didn't quite make the spare, but at least she hit something. All right. Coming up, Melissa from McKeesport. She's focused. Let's see if her hand knows what the eyes are aiming at. And it is fabulous. A fabulous strike from Melissa from McKeesport. Coming up next, Bella from McKeesport. In lane 18, she throws the ball. It's center. All but 1 pinned down. A fabulous hit nonetheless. That's a pretty good chance of making a good redemption here. Moving over to the boys, we have Mike. Mike is very proficient at getting these strikes, making these good hooks. Oh, all but 1, all but the 7 pin down. Nonetheless, fabulous strike as usual from Mike. Again, he is fabulous at making those hooks. Okay, from Nick. Missed a spare, a blow. We've got a fantastic strike there by Nick of McKeesport. Got Mike here to make the spare. And a hook, that's a miss. It is quite a tough one. Usually get strikes, but occasionally there is a few misses in there. Great practice nonetheless. Leads to great performance when you're actually playing the real game. Ooh. All but 2 pins are knocked down there by Landon. Got Dylan here. Dylan's another one that is often quite familiar with making strikes. Ooh, but he has all but 2 pins down. Looks like that is the 7 and the 10 pin. It's a pretty good shot at making the messenger if he gets a nice curve. Ooh, and fabulous message received there by Landon. That's a hard one to knock down. Dylan is faced with a similar task. Let's see if the messenger, killed the messenger, but nonetheless, great hit nonetheless. All right. Heading over to the girls, we have Amira here to make a spare. She has the 10 pin and 9 pin down. Over there, we see Samantha, all but 1 pin down when she went to go for that spare. We have Sarah here, taking her position, trying to get her footing right there. Sarah has 1 strike to her name in so far. And let's see. Staying straight. Strike! That is the 2nd strike to her name thus far. Fabulous performance. Coming up next, we have Melissa, who also has 2 strikes to her name. Her ball has quite the momentum. She seems like she's putting her heart and soul into this throw. Let's see where that gets. And that is the power of the heart and soul. All about 1 pin, the 10 pin down. Over to her left, we have Bella. And strike. A fabulous hit with great speed. And over here, Melissa to make that, ooh, a spare and a blow.
Over to the boys.
Heading over to the boys, we have Joey from McKeesport. His ball is making a hook, and ooh, all but 4 pins are down. Good hook nonetheless. And though it seemed like it came in a little bit too late and cleared off the back there. Zach. Ooh, and all but 2. Pretty good shot there. Ooh, almost a strike, but not quite. And Brandy Eastman with all but 3 pins down. Zach is going in here for a spare. Not quite. 8 pin is still up. At least he had some points to his name, though, nonetheless. Some is better than nothing. Here comes Brandy Eastman. You make the spin. Ooh, and message received. A beautiful spare there. Zach makes a excellent recovery. And we have Tyler from McKeesport lining up the shot. Center. Ooh, that, to me that looked like it had a pretty good power to it. Looked like it was going to be a strike, but can't argue with physics. Mike. Beautiful. That is a strike. Again, kind of know Mike for his strikes. He's pretty good with his hooks. That ball was pretty straightforward, but delivered nonetheless. And we have Andrew here. Beautiful. Another strike to Woodland Hills' name by Andrew. I've seen these guys practice before. They mean serious business. Let's see. We got Tyler with 1 pin down. Dylan with all pins down. That is a strike. The 3rd strike to Woodland Hills' name. That would be a turkey for Tyler, as he has 3 strikes in a row. And Nick. You can do this, Nick. This it's not really an impossible hit here to make a spare. He has 3 pins to go. That is another strike to Woodland Hills' names, done by Dylan Ford. With Nick here trying to make this spare. Just has to get a good messenger going on. He's going for the left, and he has 2 pins down. Message not received, but nonetheless, he did a great job. Heading over to the girls, we have Melissa from McKeesport. As we've seen before, she's quite accurate, and right there, another strike to Melissa's name. I believe that is the 2nd strike that she has scored tonight. 3rd strike, rather. All right. And then we have Bella with another strike to McKeesport's name. Fantastic work there. That is the 3rd strike that she has hit this afternoon. Then we have Mackenzie, as we've seen before. Quite a very adroit bowler. With the ball heading, unfortunately, to the gutter. I have a tendency to jinx the players here. But nonetheless, Woodland Hills is holding up quite well. As we see, their practice is paying off. We have another gutter here by Alexandra from McKeesport. Her team's encouraging her to put all of her energy into it and get this spare. McKenzie lining up the shot. Ball straight, looking good. Ooh. How about two? What a good redemption nonetheless. And Alexandra, ooh. Nice hit, but not quite a spare. All right, now we're heading over to our left-hand side, the boys. Right there, we have Zach. Zach has his knees already bent. He means serious business. He's got it, and all but one pin down. If I'm looking at that correctly, that is the 8 pin that is still standing defiantly. But it nonetheless, he put his entire effort into it. We have Brandy. Ooh, that is a strike. For a second, it looked like that 8 pin was going to be a little bit defined, but it went down. He convinced it to be a strike. All right. Zach. It's looking good for you, Zach. And that is a spare. Okay. Tyler. Tyler Rain. Good hit, good hit. And you still have that 10 pin to go, and that can be quite a hard one. But he can recover quite well. Michael here from Woodland Hills. Ball centered. Strike. That is the 4th strike to Michael's name here this evening, as he carries on with 77 points total thus far. Tyler Rain. And he reigns supreme right there with a decent spare. Dylan. Dylan has 2 strikes to his name, 56 points, counting so far. Over to our left, we have Nick, getting ready to make a shot before Dylan from McKeesport. And unfortunately, that's a gutter ball. Dylan here makes a, ooh, that was very promising. Again, there's that always that defined 10 pin, but it happens. That's the name of the game. It's either you get some down, or you get them all down, or you get none down. All right, Nick here to make a redeeming shot. As all 10 pins are still standing. Ball is center. Beautiful. That is a fabulous recovery there by Nick. Dylan here with just 1 pin to go. And ooh, just drived right by. Nonetheless, Dylan has 84 points to his name. 3 strikes. We have Landon over here. Another individual with 3 strikes, 76 points to his name. Which so far is the most McKeesport boys has gained for any player. 3 pins still standing. You could get this with a decent Brooklyn. Now, heading over to the girls to our right-hand side. Alexander made a decent strike. That. So, McKeesport is pretty strong. The girls' varsity has 35 straight victories, and we're certainly seeing how that is possible this evening, or this afternoon, rather. So, they were quite a powerful force. As we just seen there with Samantha. All but the 7 pin is down. Samantha has 121 points to her name. The Bella there with 129 points. Amira here to make the shot for Woodland Hills. And unfortunately a blow Nonetheless, she got all 9 pins down. Samantha also with another blow, all but 1 pin down. Nonetheless, what we're seeing here is a pretty big gap in the scoreboard between the two schools, as McKeesport has 552 points and the fantastic duo with 139. Nonetheless, Woodland Hills is coming in strong, and they're holding themselves up quite well. They are a fantastic duo once again. They really live up to their name. Sarah here. Ball going in straight. Beautiful, beautiful. It looks like she has a demon split. All right. Let's see how she makes this recovery. And purifies the lane, so to speak. Knees are bent, arm curved, and ball hits the left. All 1 of 2 in the split. Melissa with 64 points. As we've seen, Melissa is quite keen to make these strikes. And right now, it... all but 4. She has a good chance of making a spare here. To our right-hand side, we have Bella. The ball is coming in strong. Strike! That was fantastic performance there. Over to our left-hand side, going back to the boys, we got Zach. Carrying 80 points to his name, here to make this spare. And, ooh, just ever so slightly. Nick from McKeesport. Ball. Woo! Looked like physics was almost in his favor there, but all but that 10 pin. Looked like the pin was spinning just right. Michael. Ball going in straight. Oh, almost, Mike, almost. Nonetheless, great hit. Nick here to make a spare. There's a 10 pin on either side. Just standing there mockingly. See how Nick takes it. If he's going to be the bigger man and just rolls the ball away, or if he... And he's the bigger man and let the ball roll away. He didn't take it down. Michael. Got a ball. All right. Coming up, we got Dylan and Landon. Landon carrying 104 points to his name. 3 strikes. Dylan, 84 points. Also with 3 strikes. And the 2 gentlemen, side by side, polishing off the ball. Landon is ready. His eyes are focused. He's going in for the kill with a Super Saiyan throw. Ooh. All but that 1 pin. All but that 1 pin. It's always that 10 pin standing. Dylan, let's see what you got. And Dylan carries in the strike. Landon to make this recovering spare. For some reason, I wanted to call it a birdie so badly, but we are in the wrong spot if I call it that. I got a ball, but nonetheless, that point unfortunately did not carry over, but that was a fabulous jump out of that gutter nonetheless. Tyler. Tyler Lawson from Woodland Hills with his throw. The ball is straight. That is a strike. Great work by Tyler Lawson. And he hits a turkey. That is 3 strikes in a row. It's looking good for Woodland Hills. They carry a score of 412. McKeesport, 576. And got Andrew coming up. And let's see, this ball is a decent hook. Oh, all but one. All but one. Joey from McKeesport. 48 points to his name. Ball going in. Leaning left. A beautiful spare. It's not going home empty-handed, that's for sure. Andrew with another beautiful spare. Right now, let's see. Zach. Ooh. Almost. Almost. Brady, rather. Brady with a strike. Well, not a strike, I meant a spare. But I'm looking. Tyler here. Last with a miss. Got Tyler Rain. The fresh batch of pins. Ooh, it was looking pretty promising. Unfortunately, that promise was not delivered. It's still a shot at redemption here, though. That's one stands. Michael. Oh. It looks like that is the 8 in, or the 9 and 10 pin, rather, standing. Away. Tyler Rain. And miss. Just ever so slightly. We are here at the White Oaks Bowling, which is located down in 1220 Long Road, White Oak, PA 15131. Let's see. Michael with one pin down. Nick Nicandro. Let's see. Beautiful. That is a strike. And he's walking off quite proudly, as he should. Dylan here. Dylan with a strike from the last time. Let's see if he can line this up. Beautiful. 2 strikes for Dylan. He just needs one more to make that turkey. Let's hop over to the girls to the right-hand side. We got Alexandra here with a unfortunate miss. Nonetheless, Alexandra has an impressive score thus far of 111 points. To her right is Amira. Amira is another great performer. She is throwing the ball. The ball is rolling, and it looks like, as expected, it weaned off to the left, cleared out the back, but did not hit the 10. See. Amira here with her final shot. She is the anchor for Woodland Hills. And a great hit nonetheless. I see her nodding her head off. Bit disappointed with herself, but nonetheless, she shouldn't be. She's been doing a great job this afternoon. We have Sarah with a pretty good hit. Just to clarify, Sarah has 149 points accumulated so far. She's going in here for a spare, which is a 10-pin still standing. So far, that 10-pin has been just giving everybody a hard time, boys and girls. And McKeesport with 734 points. That gutter ball popped right out and hit the pin. It passed by quite defiantly. You know, it was a gutter ball, but it wasn't having that smug pin still standing. Melissa with a fresh batch of pins, just eager to be taken down. Melissa has 130 points accumulated so far. And center. Oh, how about that infamous 10-pin? Nonetheless, 130 points are to her name. Let's see if she can make this spare. She is the anchor for McKeesport right now. And a spare. What a great way to finish that off. And she now has 150 points to her name. That brings McKeesport up to 754. Woodland Hills with 181 points. It's quite a difference in the number of players right now that are present, as McKeesport has, I'm looking at this, counting, looks like 8 players for the girls and 2 for Woodland Hills. A dynamic duo, the Wonder Twins. Let's see. So that concludes it for the girls' match right now.
You said 17, right?
You can't see it, but Tyler Lawson made quite a good strike there, as did Nick. Nick with a strike. Just to clarify, the score is 740 and 529, or 529. I don't know why I'm thinking of it like it's the time. It's 529. We have Landon rolling in here with a powerful throw. Beautiful strike. Got a whole lot of effort into that. That was quite the performance there. Got Joey and Andrew. Joey Graham from McKeesport and Andrew Suprak from Woodland Hills. Joey with 70 points accumulated and Andrew with 121. Andrew. Ball's coming in hot. And decent burn. And that is a strike. All right. Joey and Andrew. Parallel to each other. Joey here to make a... Yeah, they're done. Joey with a blow. Andrew. And ball center. Ooh. I feel your pain, Andrew. That ball was looking quite promising. But it's his 7-pin that's being the defined one this time. Brady. Ooh. Good hit. 2 pins. Still standing. Excellent recovery there with a spare by Andrew. Brady here to make a recovery. Beautiful recovery. He makes the spare. Coming up next, we got Zach with 97 points accumulated so far. Execution looked like it was pretty good from my end. 2 pins still standing. Brady here with a fresh batch of pins. And he gobbles them up with the strike. Again, we are here at White Oaks Bowling in White Oaks, PA. They got a fabulous offer for Sunday Family Specials. It goes from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. You get 2 hours of bowling, shoes, whole pizza, 5 per lane, and just for $35. Give them a call. It's reservations only. Give them a call at 412-673-2076. That is 412-673-2076. White Oak Bowl. Score, that's quite a big gap here. It's 584 and 795 with Woodland Hills in the lead. Got a ball there by Zach. Tyler Rain here to make a spare. He's positioning himself up quite well and makes the throw left. All 3 down. A decent recovery there by Tyler. Michael here. Ooh. Things are looking good for you, Michael. All but that 7-pin. Mike has 143 points to his name so far. Tyler 117. 2 strikes. And Tyler's looking pretty good. It's 2 still standing. Michael here to make a spare. He won't go silently. And there we go. Michael with the spare. All right. Tyler here. Let's see what Tyler's cooking up. And so far it's smelling pretty good. And good hit. Good hit. Michael with the strike. And his team is quite elated. Nick Martino throws that ball in with a lot of sass, and he gets it down. Makes the spare. Dylan. Here he goes. And, oh! That 9-pin. Good hit, good hit. Not quite a strike, but a good hit nonetheless. Now we got Nick here. Things are looking up for him as he carries 130 points. Has 2 strikes. Made quite a few spares tonight. And it's a strike. Great hit there by Nick Martino from McKeesport. Dylan here. Take down that 1 pin and bam. There we go. That is a spare for Dylan. As Dylan now leads with 163 points. Landon, who is currently carrying 113 points. 3 strikes. Oh, 5 strikes. And seemed to jinx him there a little bit. Still holding 5 strikes right now, but he can make a pretty good spare. Dylan with 5 strikes himself. Aiming to bring that up to 6. And finishes with a 180. Fabulous work there by Dylan. Landon, 142, and ooh, that is a miss. And that is a crushing feeling. So McKeesport right now has finished with 661 points for the first game, and Woodland Hills finishes, well, we'll see. Well, they're not finished yet. We got Tyler here. He's the anchor. And what a beautiful way to finish. That is a strike. Tyler is the very definition of practice makes perfect, as Woodland Hills finishes with 881 points for the first. Oh. Stand corrected. Tyler coming back in here with, ooh, that 9 pin. It was looking quite promising there, but nonetheless, a great hit. Tyler here to take down that 1 pin. If he can just get down that 1 pin, that will. Beautiful hit there by Tyler. We got quite an interesting scale here as Woodland Hills boys finish with 900 points and McKeesport with 661 points, meaning Woodland Hills comes out the victor for the boys for the first game. And the girls, McKeesport girls, came out the victor for the first game, and the Woodland Hills girls, unfortunately, at a loss for the first game. This is Roxamore Sports. We'll come back to you after these messages.
Hello, I'm Lisa Baldwin with Remax Select Realty. My experience and my commitment makes everything I touch turn to sold.
Call Lisa Baldwin at 724-933-6300 extension 489 or go to selecthomefinder.com.
Hi, welcome to Fit for Boxing Club.
Here at Fit for Boxing, you'll find a fast, fun, and effective workout where you can burn up to 1,000 calories.
Come try a free class at Fit for Boxing, where beginners are always welcome. It's fun for the whole family, people of all ages. Old or young, it doesn't matter. In addition to our trainer-led workouts, we also offer private lessons, community fundraiser and team building events for local companies and more.
Hi, my name's Mary. I've been a member at Fit for Boxing for a little over a year now. If you need to get a good workout in, come to Fit for Boxing, and Rich and his staff will take care of each and every one of you.
Fit for Boxing Club is located in Hampton Township, just outside of the city of Pittsburgh on William Flynn Highway. Come learn how to box and have fun. Call Fit for Boxing Club at 412-213-3584 or visit our website at www.fit4boxingclub.com.
Roxamore Sports Live, coming to you live and proud here at White Oak Bowl. We are covering the matches between the boys and girls varsity bowling matches. Right now, focus on the girls as McKenzie throws that ball almost not quite where she wanted it, but nonetheless, she has 2 pins up there. We have Samantha coming in here, pretty strong, clears it out with a strike. That is the second strike to Samantha's name in the second game. As mentioned before, the McKeesport girls came out as the victor for the first game, and Woodland Hills unfortunately had a loss. Mira, a nice slow ball, not quite what she had in mind, but it was a powerful one nonetheless, as 3 pins are still standing. If I'm not mistaken, that would be a Greek church. Sarah. Looking over to our left-hand side, we have the boys. Varsity bowling right now with Nick. This first hand in the second game. Clears it out. What a great way to start for Nick as he hits a strike. His first frame in the second game. Dylan here to make a spare as he has 8 pins down. And just 2 more to go. And he clears it. Beautiful spare there by Dylan. Landon and Tyler. Landon, his first frame. And great hit there by Landon. Tyler here. 10 pins to go. Nice centered ball. Good hook. 2 pins, which would be the 7 and 4th pin. Landon here to make a speedy recovery. So he intends it to be. Beautiful recovery there by Landon. Tyler. This is his first frame. 8 pins down, 2 more to go. And he makes it with a spare. A spare in his first frame. Up next, it's Andrew and Joey. That is Andrew Suprak. A beautiful curve. He clears it with a strike. In his second frame, fabulous hit there. Joey, who we've seen make strikes before, and in the previous match. Oh, all but 2. Got Zach. Zach comes in fast and furious. And that ball just was not what he had in mind. That was looking very promising going straight and then weaned off to the left. All right, we're heading back over to the girls, varsity bowling. We have Amira and Samantha. Samantha has quite a split here to deal with. Mira currently carries 27 points to her name in the second game here. Samantha knocks down 2 pins, the 9 and 10 pin. Amira. And hey, it's a point nonetheless. She got 1 pin. And right now she is tied in terms of points with her other player, Mackenzie, as it's 28 and 28 between the two of them in the second game. Sarah has a spare to make. And she's preparing. Eyes on the prize, getting the footing right. Oh, it matters. It all matters. As we shall see. Ball heading left as it should be, and a beautiful spare made there by Sarah. Melissa. She's doing the same as her other teammate, Sarah did. Getting that alignment correctly. Furious arm. Ooh. I was prepared to say strike there, but that 10 pin is still standing. On her left-hand side, we have Bella. Bella makes the throw and clears it out with a strike. Excellent work there by Bella, and she gets a turkey. That's 3 strikes in a row for Bella.
I just want to go on record. I would never play none of y'all one-on-one.
And an unfortunate miss there from Melissa, but nonetheless, as we've seen, Melissa is a very skilled player. Alexandra has 10 pins to knock down. Let's see how she does. She's focused. That ball is going in straight, fast, and weaned off a little bit to the left. Got 6 pins down nonetheless. 7 pins, correction. Excellent hit there. Mackenzie. Ooh. Mackenzie with a strike. That 1 pin kind of went down a little bit late, but nonetheless, that was a strike there by Mackenzie. First strike for Woodland Hills girls varsity bowling in the second game. And an unfortunate gutter there for Alexandra from McKeesport. Got Amira. Amira is focused. Eye-hand coordination is key to any sport. And it's leaning left. Looks like it's a gutter ball. It is a gutter ball, unfortunately.
I would have a chance to get all them other girls on McKeesport.
Samantha with a strike. So far in the second game, Samantha has been making mostly strikes as she has 3 strikes so far and an accumulation of 63 points. We got Amira here to make a spare. She currently has an accumulated 28 points here in the second game. The ball is looking pretty good, and that it was a pretty good redemption shot there. Not a spare, but nonetheless, she redeemed quite beautifully. We're jumping over to the left side to our boys. We got Andrew and Tyler. Andrew here to make a... Well, I was looking up for him, but I was looking in the wrong direction, I guess. That message was not received by the messenger. Tyler. And things are looking good for Tyler. Ooh, all but 1 pin. Let's see. Ivan. Ivan is now up here for... Tyler. Tyler from McKeesport. here to make a... Ooh, so close, so close. We got Nick from McKeesport here in his third frame. And Ivan for Woodland Hills. Got Michael coming up. Nick with a pretty decent throw there. All but 5 pins. Michael. And he throws the ball. It's going in hot. Ooh. All but the 10 pin. Wobbled a little bit. Was looking like physics was working in his favor, but you know, it happens. It happens. Nick with an unfortunate miss there. It was awfully close. Could have made a decent spare. Coming up next for McKeesport is Landon. Michael here to finish off what he started with the 10 pin. Still standing. That ball is going in that direction and clears it out with a decent spare from Michael. We'll hop in over to our right-hand side. Girls varsity, Alexandria knocks out the first pin and has what we call a Greek church split there.
I've never heard that.
McKenzie close out that 10 pin. 2 pins down. Alexandra here to make that spare. And knocks out the 7 pin. Hey, 7's a lucky number. Amira with 37 points thus far accumulated. A beautiful, focused, centered ball. Ooh. And 2 pins still standing. Sam, quite a powerful hit there, as she still has the 7 pin standing. A mirror here to make this spare. She's aiming. Steady. Goes in and rolling. And gets the 10 pin down, at least. Sam here to take down that 7 pin. And, ooh. From my view, it looked like it was going to hit it, but my eyes have deceived me. It was a miss. So far, the score between the two teams is 273 for Woodland Hills girls and 1,147 for McKeesport. Hopping back over to the boys, we have Woodland Hills and McKeesport. Joey from McKeesport throws a hot one, and it burned, but it didn't burn for too long. There's 2 pins still standing up. Andrew. Ooh, good hit there by Andrew. 3 pins still standing. Joey here to make this recovery shot. Get a spare. Let's see. And, oh, how did that happen? It hit the pin, but it didn't carry the message over. Beautiful recovery there by Andrew. That is the first spare to his name in the second game. It's now Brady going up with a very powerful throw there. 3 pins still standing. Ivan from Woodland Hills, 23 points accumulated. That ball is straight. Close out the left side. Got 4 pins, still standing. Brady here to make his spare. He's hunched. He's serious. And that ball is not so serious. Great shot nonetheless. He had every intention to make that redemption shot. Ivan hits it quite well, but he's still 1 pin down, which denies him the spare. Got Tyler and Mike. Tyler Rain, and quite an excellent hit there, but still a pretty good gap. He has a shot. He has a shot to get a pretty good spare. It's a 1 pin. The first pin could carry over to the 10 pin. Excellent hit there by Mike as he hits a strike. Tyler, and he's here. He's going in, and a gutterball. Oh, that is not at all what he had in mind. It's a rare miss for Tyler. Dylan throws that ball in, has a decent hook. It clears it out. That is a strike for Dylan. The second strike for Dylan in the second game as he carries on with 60 points so far. We have Nick. And Nick. Ooh. It's got a split there between the, I'm looking at that correctly, a 7-10 split. Easily the worst kind of split you can make in bowling. Beautiful walk there by Tyler as he clears out with a strike. That is a turkey. 3 strikes to his name here in the second game. Beautiful walk. Enjoy that turkey. Nick, right through the gap. Heading over to the girls, we got Sarah. Her legs bent. Eyes aimed. Ball in the gutter. Seemed like the hand didn't know where the eyes were doing, right? Okay. Let's see. Sarah here to make this recovery shot, a spare to be made here by Sarah. She previously hit a strike. Let's see if she can get a spare. And beautiful, beautiful. Not a spare as the 7 pin still stands, but beautiful recovery nonetheless. Melissa, carrying 74 points to her name, is here to take the helm as she's lined up. Let's see what she's got. That ball has a pretty good hook to it. Ooh, strike. I see her nodding her head, though. I don't think she knew she hit a strike. Ah, great work there. Bella. Beautiful, beautiful. 3 pins still standing, but a good hit nonetheless. To our left-hand side, we got Mackenzie with 55 points accumulated so far. Here to take down 10 pins. It's what she pits in the energy in that ball. That's going to count here. Takes down 1 pin. She seems to be a little bit miffed about that one. Bella, things are looking, yeah, I could kind of see that one was going off to the left. I'd actually be more surprised if it did hit and make a spare for Bella there. Mackenzie here, still to make a spare That ball is looking pretty good. All but, I'm looking at this correctly, 4 pins are standing. That's something's better than nothing, right? Good hit, nonetheless. Alexandra, all but 1 pin, still standing. That is the 8 pin. Hit. And back to the boys. We got Tyler and Mike. Okay, so Tyler Rain here to maintain his reign, and Michael with the strike. Oh, I'm ahead of myself, and I jinxed him. Unbelievable. Ay, ay, ay. It's a good thing I didn't have money betting on that one. Okay, Tyler, and a blow. Great work between the two gentlemen, nonetheless, though. And all but 1 pin. Michael still has that 1 pin to take down. And as we can see from his score of 3 strikes and 1 spare, he's likely to make this hit, and that he does. Beautiful spare there by Michael. Nick throws a fast one. It clears out with a strike. Excellent work there. Don't know why he's nodding his head. He did great. Dylan with 60 points to his name. And 2 strikes here in the second game. Throws a fast one as well. Oh, all but the 7 pin. Landon Bazala. That's a fast and serious one, and beautiful. He hits it with a strike. Excellent hit there. Dylan here to make the spare, and beautiful, beautiful hit there by Dylan as he makes a spare. The score is slowly climbing up to Woodland Hills there, as it's 940 for McKeesport and 1,275 for Woodland Hills. Tyler hits it with a strike. Excellent work there by Tyler. Tyler with that beautiful hook there. And so far, it looks like for Woodland Hills, that hook has been really working to their advantage. I can only assume that's what they've been practicing on mostly, is hooks. And it's working to their advantage nonetheless. Joey here for McKeesport with 51 points here in the second game. And it was a pretty fast ball, but not a powerful one, unfortunately. Andrew clears it out with a strike. Fabulous hit there, as Andrew currently carries 64 points. Joey here to make a spare. That spare is looking, ooh. It's a good thing that spare didn't make any promises there. It's unfortunately a blow, but good anticipation nonetheless. Excellent hit there by Ivan. Brady Eastman from McKeesport. It was a powerful ball there. And it's a strike there for Brady Eastman, McKeesport. Excellent work there. Gives Tyler a fist bump. And heading over to right-hand side, we have the girls' varsity. Mackenzie, proudly carrying the name for Woodland Hills, alongside with Amira. She's challenged with a infamous 7-10 split. Ball is there, and at least one pin is down. Good sportsmanship there between the two teams as we see McKenzie fist bump McKeesport's players. Amira lining up here. 63 points to her name here in the second game. And ball is down, going center. Oh, all but 3 pins down. A good powerful hit. She's a chance here to make a spare. We have Sarah with a decent hook as it gets all but 2 pins down. Amira here for the spare. She's positioning herself, remembering her play. Let's see how she goes. Slow and steady, wins the race. 1 pin down. We have Sarah, 113 points accumulated here in the second game. That ball is going. Right, we have Alexandra here. 69 and not where she wanted that ball. 1 pin. She still has a chance here at making a spare. As does McKenzie, as she has 1 pin. Still standing. That ball looks like it's going to, and it did. She makes the spare. Excellent work there. Amira and McKenzie carry a accumulated score of 141 here in the second game. And we're just going to hop back over to the boys and see what they have going on here. Aside from a lot of Bohemians. Let's see. Ivan with 3 pins and beautiful spare. Brady Eastman. 10 pins. Just waiting to be taken down. And in the gutter it goes. Michael. Seems like he's positioned for that special moment before he even gets on the wood. And a good hook. 3 pins, still standing. Good throw nonetheless. Brady Eastman here to recover. Unfortunately, it's a miss all around as all 10 pins are still standing. Michael here to make the spare. And to his left is Tyler Rain from McKeesport. Michael throws the ball and clears it with a spare. Tyler, and all but that 7 pin. Good hit nonetheless. He's a chance at getting the spare here. That's just the 7 pin that remains. We have Dylan over here with 99 points to his name. To Tyler's right-hand side. Things are looking pretty uncertain at the moment. The ball hits center, and how about that? 1 pin, still standing. Tyler, unfortunately, misses his 7 pin. Nonetheless, 9 pins down. It's still something to hold to boast. Nick. We have Nick Montino with 50 points to his name. With a fastball, it's all but the Dylan. Decent spare there, decent spare. As we have Nick to his left-hand side. Here to get 2 more pins down. Bring himself up to a nice, even 80 in his score for the second game. Tyler Lawson is coming up next, and it's a gutter for Nick Martino. Tyler Lawson with 10 pins, and his bowling ball here to take them down. A excellent walk there. That is a strike there by Tyler Lawson as he brings himself up to 146 points. He has 5 strikes here in the second game. Landon. Ooh. It was looking pretty good there for Landon. Still has that 10 pin to go. It's not impossible. Let's hop over to the girls on our right-hand side. We have Melissa. As we've seen, she is a serious force. She has 2 pins to take down, and that she does. Makes a spare. As right now, she's got 1 more bowl. She is the anchor for her team here in the second game. Ball is looking pretty straight. Ooh. Oh, that would have been something had she finished off with a strike, but nonetheless, it was a great hit. It was a great hit. Fabulous walk. So, the final score for the second game is Woodland Hills 176 and McKeesport 677. Going back to the boys to our left-hand side. Andrew and Brady. Brady Eastman. And a beautiful hit there by Brady Eastman. Looks like he has a 8-10 split. It's a more achievable kind of split versus the 7-10 split. And right, let's see how things are working out for that. At least one pin is something. It's always better than a gutter ball. Great work there by Tyler. To his left-hand side, Ivan. With 10 pins. That ball is coming in hot. And it burns out all but 3 pins. Tyler, Rain. The powerful throw. It weans off to the left. Got a few pins still standing. Ivan to make the spare here. And again, we are here at the White Oak Bowl here on 1220 Long Run Road, White Oak, PA. Ivan gets one pin down for his second throw. Tyler and Mike parallel to each other. Tyler here looking pretty good for him as he clears it with a spare. Michael with a fast one. And looks like he's got I'm looking at that correctly. Wait, give me 1 second. Yeah. He's got a 7-10 split. Nick. The fastball. Hits center. Clears it out with the strike. Fabulous work there by Nick as he's up to 104 points. Michael here to make that spare. Messenger down. All right, girls for the third game. Got a mirror. Ball is going in, takes out 2 pins. Not what she had in mind, but it's all understood. Great work from Woodland Hills, nonetheless. It's very hard to kind of perform under the count of not having a large team to kind of support you on. Nonetheless, you the viewers are there watching and cheering from wherever you are, which is always very much appreciated. Again, we're here at the White Oaks Bowling. So come on down. Whenever you want to have a good, decent day bowling. Phone number is 412-673-2076. 412-673-2076. White Oak Bowl. All right, this is Roxamore Sports Live. Maximilian Kiefer. We are going to commercial. We'll see you in a few.
Hello, I'm Leon Roxamore, founder and CEO of Roxamore Sports, Media, and Ministries. The beginning of Grief from Home Services, it was an epiphany moment for me. I had a relative that recently passed away during this COVID-19 epidemic. I had family members up and down the East Coast, down in Florida, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, all the way up. The funeral was here in Pittsburgh. The funeral home wouldn't let no more than 10 people in to view the body. I said, you know what? They're not going to get an opportunity to have closure with my family member, with their family member. And so it began. I began to say, why not take what we have, what we've done with the sports network, and now open up a new department in Roxamore and make a new platform for Grief for Home Services. It's a ministry because it's service, and we are here to serve. We want to help families be able to still attend the funeral. We will go there, stream it for you, and you'll be able to watch it in real time with the loved ones who are there. Sometimes we just don't want to be alone. And we want the families who are grieving for their loved ones to know that they're not alone. That Roxamore is in this with you. I am in this with you. We stand together to help you grieve, to help you have closure, and to help support you through these difficult times until it passes. And this too shall pass. But we will be here ready to serve you, your family, and your friends. May God be with you. May God bless you and keep you during this difficult time.
Roxamore Sports Live, Maximilian Kiefer here. We are covering the boys and girls varsity bowling match here at the White Oaks Bowl. Right now, we are focused on the girls' side of the arena. Let's see. We have a new player here from McKeesport. Here. And pretty good performance there. Really good hit. Deja. Great walk there. And we have Mackenzie here. Mackenzie with 2 pins to go to make this spare. And unfortunately for Mackenzie, that is a gutter ball. Samantha with a pretty good hit. Got 2 hits. 2 pins to go for the spare. Great hit nonetheless, though. And we're here in the 3rd game. This is the 3rd game for both boys and girls. Samantha makes a shot, and it's unfortunately a gutter ball. We have Amira for Woodland Hills here in the right lane, right to Sarah. Sarah has a strike in her first frame for the 3rd game. let's see what she can make happen here in the second frame. Again, it's really great performance here from both teams. Woodland Hills is holding up quite well. They are putting what they practice into work. They can't hear you guys right now, but they know you are cheering them on. Over to our left-hand side, one of the balls is stuck, so the game for the boys is currently on hold. But over here, where the girls are, it is very live and well. Mira with 3 pins. She is focused on making this spare. A nice, smooth ball makes the spare. Excellent walk there. And Sarah has an equal amount of pins to take down herself here for her spare. Legs hunched. Arms powered up. Makes a throw. Bada bing. All right. Makes the spare. And seems that ball is dislodged now, and boys are back in action. Got Brady with a pretty decent curve. Didn't go the way he wanted it, but it had good momentum nonetheless. As it weaned off to the left. Knocked down 3 pins. Ivan. And misses the spare, but takes down 2 pins nonetheless. Brady. A nice low throw, and it curves off to the left. It was looking like it was going to go straight, but right at the last second, it decided to make a detour. All right. Excellent hit there by Mike as he gets a strike there in his last frame. Tyler here in his last frame, and all but 3 pins. That's a good shot at making a recovery as usual. Michael here. A nice smooth ball and a strike, another strike. That is a turkey from Michael. Enjoy your meal. Buen provecho. Tyler. Beautiful. Beautiful. Tyler makes the spare as he brings himself up to an accumulation of 116 points. Michael. Decent. Lovely. All those adjectives and nouns. He did it. He made a strike, and that is the 4th strike in a row for Michael. Tyler. 10 pins. Standing. But let's see for how long. He gets them down. There are 4 pins still standing. That's a pretty good shot at knocking him down. Wonderful walk there by Dylan to the left-hand side as he gets a strike. Brings himself up to 164 points. And, of course, you have Nick Martino. He's pretty fast with these throws and usually gets what he's aiming for. Beautiful walk there. Almost a strike. All but that 8-pin standing. But nonetheless, great walk there. Dylan, beautiful. And that is a strike for Dylan. That spinning pin just took down that Defiant 7 pin. Nick. Nick, you got your eyes on the prize and your ball rolling and excellent. Going back to Dylan. Dylan going in for a third strike. That is the turkey right there. Gobble, gobble. All right. Excellent work there by Dylan. It seems like Dylan has finished with the 194. That is fantastic work. Nick there with the strike. Fantastic Nick. All right. Finishes with 163. And a strike. What a beautiful way to go.
The Slick Nick. I give you a nickname or something.
Slick Nick.
That's a smooth ball you do there, man.
Tyler. Ooh. Almost, all but that 1-8 pin. Landon Bazala. Fast and beautiful, except for that one pin. That one pin was not filling any piece of that ball. Tyler. Here we go. And oh, I don't even know what to say about that. It was good. It was good nonetheless, though. Yeah, Tyler, 223, though. Fabulous scoreboard right there in the second game. And Landon finishes with 183. Fabulous work from both teams.
Scores bottom left-hand corner. Woodland Hills 907, McKeesport 677.
All right, so Woodland Hills is 907 in the score, and McKeesport finishes with 677 for the second game. So that victory goes to Woodland Hills.
All right, over to the girls.
Going back over to the girls on our right-hand side. Let's see, they're in their final game, and they're both doing quite well. Bella, right now, here in the fourth frame, and a miss on 2 pins. We have Deja here, stepping in, and Mackenzie to her right-hand side with 10 pins. Mackenzie makes the throw. Ball is going left and in the gutter. Just grazes the 7 pin ever so slightly, but doesn't knock it down. Deja, gutter as well. So both players on either side have 10 pins to go for the aiming for the spare. Mackenzie makes the throw. That ball is going left and takes out 3 pins. Good hit. We have Deja here. Deja gets a ball. Just thinking about how to make this recover here. All right, we're going to hop back over to the boys for their third game. Right now on the scoreboard, it looks like they're just punching in their names, but anyways, right now we have Brady Eastman with a powerful 2-hand throw, and that is a strike. What a great way to start off the third game in his first frame with a strike. And we have Gabe here. Gabe is another one of these players we see that usually hits with strikes, and that he does. A strike in his first frame. As I mentioned before, I've seen them practice, and Gabe is wanting to make quite a number of strikes. Tyler with a strike. Excellent start for McKeesport right here in the third game. And so far, they've scored 2 strikes. Carlson. That's 2 pins to go. And then we have Nick Martino. Nick with a 2-hand throw. It's going and, all but the 10 pin, but it's way better than a split. Carlson has stepped in and has a spare. Fabulous work there. We're going to hop back over to the right-hand side, see what the girls got going here. And Samantha with quite an ambitious throw, and she makes it. A spare. Beautiful work there by Samantha. Now we have Sarah stepping in. Sarah already has a strike to her name here in the third game. She's aiming, going. Come on, and all but 2. Looks like that is the 8 pin and the, 8 and 9 pin. Sarah here to make this spare. And she delivers. Melissa coming up. Melissa currently with 37 points to her name here in the third game. Didn't score any strikes just yet, but seeing her performance previously, that will happen pretty soon. We're confident to say. And that she did. That is the first strike for her here in the third game. And she now is up to 37 points. Bella with a nice, accurate ball. Looked like that pin was almost ready to take out the last remainder. But it still stands right there in the middle. It's an achievable feature. Mackenzie. You see Mackenzie from the last Wednesday. She was the one-woman army, and she held up quite well. Got a number of strikes. She is definitely a powerful force here. Right now, she's got 10 pins standing in her way. Let's see what that bowling ball has to say, and takes out 2 pins. As the rest stand there, just a lot of ilk. They need to be taken down. Deja over there to the right-hand side of Mackenzie has 2 pins standing center. I need clearing. Mackenzie here to make this spare. And throws the ball. Beautiful look. Clears it out with the spare. Deja. And, it's passed. A blow. Great work there by Deja nonetheless. Amira with 39 points to her name here in the third game. Bowls at an average speed of 13.19 miles per hour. She's aligned. Goes in for the kill. That ball is, whoo, that ball is slow but powerful. So it knocks out 7 pins. And to her right-hand side, Samantha has 2 pins to go. Oh, correction. I don't know, my eyes are deceiving me. Okay, yeah, 2 pins to go. Okay. I don't know why I was seeing in 3s there. I'll ask my doctor about that later, but hey, whatever. Amira, going back to her left-hand side. And it looks like this is going to be a blow, and that it is, unfortunately. Samantha with a similar challenge. She makes her spare. We have Sarah with 1 strike already to her name there in the first frame for the 3rd game. She's 48 points in. And she's looking to make that up a bit higher. Body language, good body English. And excellent work there. As she gets a strike, hopping over to the boys, we just saw Tyler for Woodland Hills hit a strike. And now we have Tyler Rain for McKeesport. He already has a strike to his name there in the first frame. And an unfortunate miss there in the second. It's all but 3 pins to go. Slick Nick. That is Nick Martino from McKeesport. Coming up next. He's got his ball polished. Got to make it look good for that finish. Oh, it's fast. And, oh, but that 1 pin. Hey, great shot nonetheless. He's got his 10 pin to take down. And let's see. He's got it. Oh, and bada bing. Bada boom. All right. All right, now we got Landon. Landon Basala from McKeesport. All right. He's got the heat on. Heat is rising. Throws that ball like a hot potato, and it's going in, and it clears. Woo! He hits a strike. That's 2 strikes to Landon's name here in the 3rd game for Woodland. I mean, not for Woodland Hills, but for McKeesport and Woodland Hills. Excellent hit there by Landon. Joey from McKeesport is here to complement that hit with a nearly a strike, but not quite. Still has 1 pin to go. Gabe. Gabe with a decent hit himself as he gets 3 pins. Down. Has a chance to make a spare here. Joey with just 1 pin to go. Joey carrying 13 points to his name right here in the 3rd game. Gabe with 23 points. And, ooh, so close. There we go. Gabe. And beautiful walk there by Gabe as he makes a spare. 28 points. He now has the most points out of all the players here in the 3rd game so far. We have Carlson. Excellent walk there by Carlson. Brady. Brady Eastman. Excellent hook there. He clears it with a strike. Beautiful walk. And he sends his regards to the heavens. Back over to the girls to our right-hand side. All right. So far, the score between the girls is 356 for McKeesport here in the third game, and 80 for Woodland Hills. Samantha with that spare, she makes it. Coming up next, we got a mirror. All right. Seems to be discussing something with the McKeesport coach here. Not sure what it is. Looks like they're waiting on something at the moment. All right. Sarah steps up. She's ready. She's wasting no time with this throw. A beautiful hit, but not all pins are down. She still has 4 more to go. Just gonna jump back over to the boys to our left-hand side. We got Tyler coming up here. Let's see. Tyler makes a throw. Beautiful. Excellent. Tyler gets a strike. 2 strikes in a row. There's one more. There's one more, and he's got the turkey. All right, Nick. It's up to you to get these 3 pins down. And that he does. Nick makes a decent spare right there. The wonderful hook. Landon, who currently holds 2 strikes in a row. He's got a turkey in his name coming up if he makes this strike. But we shall see. And there we go. That is a turkey for Landon, as he has 3 strikes in a row right in his first 3 frames. Coming up here, we got the famous Gabe and Joey. Joey has a decent hook there. It makes a strike. Excellent walk there by Joey. Gabe coming up here. And, ooh, excellent hit there. All but that 1 pin. Nonetheless, Gabe has those very powerful throws. Great momentum. Brady, strike. That is a strike there by Brady. As he gets up to 48 points, we got Gabe, who at the moment is holding 62 points. He has that 1 pin to go, and he gets it down. Excellent walk there by Gabe as he makes the spare. Tyler Rain. Woo! All right. Let's see if he cleans this up. He's got it going on. Let's see. Tyler. Here to just get that 1 pin down. And ooh! So close, so close. He's got time. Let's go back over to the girls on the right-hand side. We got Deja here. And wings off to the left. He hits a blow. Samantha and Amira are parallel to each other. Let's see. Amira with a nice steady ball. Heading off to the left, though. Not what she had in mind. Samantha with an excellent strike there. And Amira to get the spare in here. Amira holds 52 points, her name so far here in the third game. Lining it up, setting up the play. And, oh, it's going. It's going. Ooh, not a spare, but a good shot nonetheless. It stayed steady. Steady and deadly. We have Sarah over here. Sarah, all 9 pins down. All 9 pins down, except for 1. Let's see. Sarah lining it up. Getting it going on. And I think that ball's going to make a connection, and that it does. That it does. Excellent walk there by Sarah. All right, coming up next, we got Melissa, who at last glance scored a spare. Let's see how she holds up right now with a all but 2. Good hit nonetheless. So far this whole afternoon, she's been delivering on some pretty powerful throws. And Bella there with 9 pins down. The 7 pins still standing. Melissa. And she nails the spare. All right. Moving over to the left-hand side, we got the boys with Gabe here. Going in with a deadly throw. And, ooh, just grazes it. Coming up, we got Tyler with his chance to make a spare here. And beautiful walk there by Tyler as he just takes down that 1 pin. That brings him up to a score so far of 58. Joey Graham, and Carson. Carson here with a powerful ball going center. Takes down all but the 10 pin. Joey here with a good curve. And 2 pins still standing. That's the first and third pin. Let's see. And Gabe. Carlson, rather. Doesn't quite make the connection. Joey has a chance here. And excellent walk there by Joey as he recovers with a spare. Got Michael. And... oh! Michael. Got 2 pins to go. We got Brady. Brady with a 2-hand throw. Going very low. And strike. Strike there by Brady. Brady Eastman. Michael here to make this spare. And, ooh, gutter. A rare miss from Michael. Tyler Rain. He's It's ready. Steady. Boom! There we go. Excellent work there by Tyler Rain as he reigns supreme and gets a strike. Dylan with a strike as well. Fabulous work there by Dylan as he brings himself up to 89 points. All right. Slick Nick with a two-hand throw. That ball is going in hot. And, oh, it looked like that other pin was going to go down, but still standing. Still standing. Tyler with 10 pins and takedown. And he nails it, except for 3 pins are still standing. Nick has a shot at redemption here. As he has 8 pins down, 2 more to go. And excellent, excellent. He makes the spare. Tyler here to make the spare as well. And he nails it. As all 3 pins are down. Once again, we are here at the White Oaks Bowling, here in White Oak, PA. Landon takes his steps towards the lane, getting his footing right, arching himself in the correct position as he has good body English as he goes in with a two-hand throw, a fastball. Makes quite the gap there, though, as it's between the 7 and 10 pin. Joey clears almost the house, all but that one that refuses to go home. He has the 7 pins still standing. Landon, as we see on the scoreboard, Landon has 4 strikes in a row and makes almost a score. Let's just hop on over to our right-hand side. Right now it's Amira and Alex. Amira carrying Woodland Hills Girls Varsity Bowling name right now, alongside with Mackenzie. A nice rolling ball and takes out 7 pins. Alex, an unfortunate blow. A great work nonetheless. Coming up next, behind Alex is Samantha. We have Amira here to make her spare with a speed of 10.44. And an unfortunate miss. The season is young, though. She has a good chance to regain herself over these next few days and get that ball where she wants in the games ahead. Great performance nonetheless. Samantha. And ooh. Almost. All but that first pin still standing there. Let's see, Sarah. Sarah's taking the helm. She's back in on the wood. She's making the roll. It's going. It hits center. Looks like The 8 pin is still standing. She has 1 pin to go. Looks like just that 8 pin. And it's an unfortunate miss for her as it weans off to the left. Melissa with 124 points here in the 3rd game. Things are looking pretty good so far with that body English. Good pronunciation, and 3 pins still standing. To her left-hand side, we have Bella, short for Annabella, as she gets it. And 3 pins still standing. And same for Melissa. Actually, correction, there's 2 pins standing. I can't really. Looks like my eyes are deceiving me there. Melissa clears the house. Bella aiming to do the same. And she has 3 pins to go. Let's see, and oh, just 1 and 2 still standing. Mackenzie from Woodland Hills. Mackenzie holds 55 points to her name right here in the 3rd game. She's focused. She's got the good body English, and 7 pins down. Alex from McKeesport. Ball is centered. And strike by Alex, as she brings herself up to 70 points. Mackenzie aiming. She's ready to take down these 3 pins, make this spare happen, and 1 pin. She takes out the 8 pin. Alex coming up here. Alex, she's ready. She's taking the hunch. Getting in there with a 1-hand throw. Ball is a beautiful hit, but 3 pins are still standing. Nonetheless, she hit a strike previously, and that's something to be proud about. Mackenzie, ooh, 8 pins down. Excellent hit there by Mackenzie. Alex here. And excellent hit there. At least 1 pin down. Not quite what she had in mind, but as always, something's better than nothing. Amira. And it looks like that ball is just going straight. It's not making any pit stops to the right. But nonetheless, excellent work there by Amira and Mackenzie, as always. Let's see, Samantha here throwing a decent Brooklyn, and the 7 pin still standing there. Just a funny thing about Brooklyns is apparently the name Brooklyn came from the fact that Brooklyn always thought they were on the correct side of the river and everyone else was on the incorrect side of the river. But as somebody from New Jersey, I'll say we're probably on the correct side. But hey, I mean, I'm not biased. Let's see. Right now we have Sarah and Alex side by side. Woodland Hills with 144 points here in the third game. And McKeesport with so far 673 points. An excellent hit there. A strike by Sarah. And her final frame. Sarah coming up for a finisher. Sarah makes a throw. It's going, and another strike for Sarah. Sarah just needs one more to make that turkey happen. Now, I may know the origin for the name Brooklyn, but turkey, that one I have yet to learn. And if you guys are on Google, please feel free to let me know in the comments where the name turkey came from for bowling. Sarah, looking like, and she got it. A turkey. 3 strikes in a row for Sarah as she finishes with 161. Coming up, you got Melissa.
Let her finish it out. Yeah. Final game. Go ahead and get this score ready. Get that graphic.
Melissa is aiming to finish up with a lot of finesse. A strike for Melissa. She's coming in here for seconds. Samed up. Ready to make this throw. Let's see what she's got. And another strike. That's 2 strikes in a row for Melissa. She has a chance here to make a 3rd strike, which will be quite the finish for McKeesport. McKeesport's female varsity bowling team. Here as the game reaches a close. And that ball is curving. Ooh. Not quite what she had hoped for, but nonetheless, it is a powerful hit. Excellent work there by Melissa. She has a chance here to at least make a spare, though. Oh. Never mind. So that concludes it for the girls bowling varsity teams between McKeesport and Woodland Hills. The final score is 733 with McKeesport and 144 for Woodland Hills. Fabulous work there by both teams. Moving over to the boys as they come to their finish. Again, excellent work there by McKeesport and Woodland Hills female female varsity bowling.
Always keep the camera on until I say we're clear. Oh, okay.
Right now, it is Tyler. Tyler holding 96 points with 1 pin and a miss. Dylan with 147 points, 1 pin and snaps it. Nick with 10 pins. He's got his ball. Ready to clear the house. Oh. And one doesn't know it's time to close. No. Tyler coming in here with a nice fastball, all but the 10 pin. Nick with a 7 pin and Tyler with a 7 pin. Ooh, got a ball for Nick. I see he's taking it a little bit hard on himself.
I think that's the first time that I've hit ball and it like
Yeah, I know. That's a good sign. You just got to make your spares. Should I take my mask off?
Okay, Coach, so congratulations on the victory. I know you guys have a pretty solid season going on so far.
Yeah.
So what is your overall strategy that's been working to your benefit so far?
Just practicing our spares, making good shots, and practicing the fundamentals like footwork and the release point of the ball and being able to hit our mark consistently. That's just been what we've been preaching for the last 10 years. You know, I mean, we've had some good bowlers come through our program over the last 10 years, and we want to continue doing that in the future too.
Absolutely. And it seems like you guys are really focused on making those hook shots. I mean,
well, yeah, that's the best way to score. I mean,
yeah,
you're going to get strikes when you do that. If you throw the ball straight, now you're going to have a tough time getting those corner pins, and you're going to leave a lot of splits also. So that's why, pretty much everyone on our team, we try to teach them how to hook the ball.
Absolutely. And you guys have any plans to celebrate tonight, your victory, or no, just go home and take it easy, relax?
We're just going to move on to the next match. We have another match next Wednesday. We have a big one at the end of the year for the section championship. Our girls do. So, we're just trying to get ready for the playoffs and things like that. So, we've had a good run over the last 4 years with this group of girls. They've never lost a match. So, and they've made the state championships 3 years in a row. So,
nice.
We're trying to continue that tradition and keep it going. We've been graduating a few girls here and there, but the core group are all seniors right now. And, they know how to win in pressure situations. So, that's what I want to see happen as we continue down the stretch here in our last 4 matches.
Absolutely. And as they say, practice makes perfect, and that certainly is showing.
Yeah.
So congratulations on your victory yet again.
Thank
you guys have a great day.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
All right, we're heading back over to the boys right here. The game is still going on between McKeesport and Woodland Hills. Roxamore Sports Live, coming back here, watching the last moments of the boys varsities. I almost said soccer there. Boys varsity bowling teams between McKeesport and Woodland Hills. At last glance, we saw that the McKeesport girls varsity bowling came out victorious over Woodland Hills. Nonetheless, we saw fabulous performance there by Woodland Hills girls varsity bowling, as it was a dynamic duo with Mackenzie and Amira. Right now it's Landon and Dylan. Dylan here to make a spare, and that he does. And Dylan with just 2 pins, and excellent. He snaps it. 2 pins down. A excellent spare there. All right. Coming up next, it's Tyler from Woodland Hills. Last time, Tyler hit a spare. Right now, he has 144 points that he's carrying. And 9 pins down. He's got the 10 pins still standing. And Gabe. Gabe here to the right-hand side. He's got that ball. Good body English. And center. Ooh. Not what he had in mind, but a powerful ball nonetheless, as 2 pins still stand. Dylan with 1 pin, the 10 pin. And there we go. Doesn't go empty-handed. Gabe makes his throw and clears the house. Lets them know it's time to go home. Joey from McKeesport. Here we go with 100 points he's carrying so far. A powerful hit as 2 pins still stand. Gabe, 145 points to his name. Previously hit a spare. And strike by Gabe. And he shrugs it off like it's no big deal, like he didn't make a strike. Fabulous work there. Coming up next, we have Carson for his final frame, as he currently holds 127 points. To his left, we have Joey from McKeesport, who previously scored a strike and is currently holding 100 points to his name. Beautiful spare made there by Joey. Carson, slow but deadly, and strike there by Carson. An excellent hook made there. And he's staying on the wood. Joey with the very fast throw, staying, weans off to the left. My eyes were seeing 2 there for a second. I was, looked like it was going straight, but then went off to the left. Carson. Oh, that pin. That pin made sure only 1 would be standing. All right. So it's right there in the center. He has a pretty good chance at really making that spare. Over to our left is Brady Eastman with 131 points here in his final frame. Ooh, all but one. That was fast and deadly. Carson. Here we go, Carson, and he makes the spare. Brady Eastman coming in with vengeance. And, ooh, Looks like he was the bigger man and decided to avoid that vengeance.
Time you rolled that, didn't you roll it and curve that way? Yeah, second time he had
Now we have Mike.
Man, he's a bad man with Germans. I could never do that.
Mike with a hook and woo! Powerful hit. Unfortunately, that's that 7-10 split. That's always given every player, even the major league professionals we see on TV, the hardest time. Mike makes this. It's truly an impressive performance there. Tyler Rain here to make his spare in the last frame. All right, excellent work there by Mike as he takes out the 7-pin. Tyler has a better chance here at making this spare as it's all aligned, and as the laws of physics would hold, it only took out 2. But unless 2's better than 1 and 1 is better than none. Dylan, with 165 points to his name. He has 2 pins to go as 8 go down. We got Nick here. And 3 still standing as 7 go down. Dylan here. With just the last 2 pins down, he makes the spare there in his final frame. Nick. Nick with just 3 pins still standing, and he ain't gonna let it hold him back. Oh, he still has that 10 pin, but nonetheless, a very ambitious throw. Dylan, and woo, almost. It's got 10. The 10 pin's still there. Let's see. Landon with 163 points to his record so far. Let's see. And center strike. Beautiful walk there. 183 points to Landon. Tyler. And Tyler almost a strike. Just that 10 pin still standing there. So right now, Tyler's just 1 point behind Landon, as Landon has a 183 points and Tyler with 182 here in their final frame. Landon is now in a similar situation with Tyler, as they both have 1 pin still standing. Tyler likely to hit that pin, and bada bing, he does. Coming in hot with a hot pink ball. All right.
Oh, that's a close score.
And Landon with the 2-hand throw, and bam! And he makes the spare. Excellent, excellent. Now we got Tyler. Tyler is looking to finish up with a bank. And that he does, Strike for Tyler.
Tyler.
Excellent work there by Woodland Hills, and excellent work there by McKeesport. That finishes up the game as Woodland Hills holds 927 points, and McKeesport with 768. So the Woodland Hills boys win their final game. Excellent performance there by both the males and females tonight. But also just practice makes perfect, and that's what we have certainly learned tonight. This is Roxamore Sports Live. I'm going to find myself a coach here. Coach Chair for Woodland Hills. Let me see that. All right, I'm here with Coach Sharon. Sorry, I'm terrible with names.
That's all right. That's okay.
Okay, so congratulations on your victory tonight.
Thank you. I appreciate
it was
that.
Great performance by you guys, and I noticed you guys have a lot of hook shots, which really worked to your benefit. Same thing with McKeesport, their girls varsity had a lot of hook shots, which really worked to the benefit as well. So is that like the main focus?
Yeah, we do try to develop that with the kids as they start out. We want to start out with their the mechanics and their arm strength, and then once their arm strength develops, then we can start looking at having them throw hooks and get the control that they need. Obviously, increases scores whenever they're able to get the hook to move the way that they want to and have better control of it.
Absolutely. And you guys, like, how long do you guys practice on average? Do you guys practice like just, once a week, twice a week?
Well, during the season, we do practice once a week. And, in the preseason, we'll do more than that. During the regular season, a lot of these kids are bowling on the weekends. In addition to bowling, organized practice with us. Money does become an issue because bowling isn't free. And so, we do have to monitor that. But a lot of these kids are doing a lot of practicing on their own as well. We try to talk to them a little bit, doing some strength training. In addition, do the stretches that we have. So there's a number of different components that we can